maybe breaks, Bo. We've seen that as an option.
I've written down Sugar Masterclass.
No personal interest in that fight at all. I can assure you of that.
If we go into my personal thoughts on one half of the co-main, we're going to need a whole nother episode.
Could have been Certiicast, could have been a G. Should have never snitched. Why took it to police? Started looking at you funny when you're walking down the street, looking at you like food, trying to see where they can eat.
Yes, people, welcome to the Certi MMA YouTube channel. First episode of the Certiicast. That's what we're calling it. We are joined by a good friend of the channel, MMA Outlet. How are we?
I'm all good. I'm thankful to be the first guest on.
That's
you
it.
all well?
That's it. It couldn't have been a better one. And we've got a big one this week, man. Finally here, the one we've been waiting for. Many said it wouldn't happen. UFC Freedom 250, the White House card. I'm excited, man.
It's gonna be a big one.
It is. It is. For us UK fans, it's expected to start at 1 in the morning on Monday, which is a bit of a kick in the teeth.
I saw the calendar.
Yeah.
I checked in at work. Was like, yeah, boom, I'm booking that Monday off because missing this event wasn't an option. So
not at all.
And I wasn't making it to work at 7 o'clock in the morning. So, yeah,
not a chance
for that one.
Had to be done. It had to be done. I'm sure there will be a few that follow suit also. So yeah, we're going to be breaking down the card, throwing out our predictions, picking on maybe our favorite fight of the nights, and yeah, man, looking forward to this one. So we'll get straight into it with first fight of the night. We'll go for Diego Lopez versus Steve Garcia. Would you like to interject first?
Yeah, I'll start off. I mean, first of all, it's a banger of a fight. It's not necessarily the fight I expected from the White House event, but you stick it on any other card and people look at it and go, yeah, that's a banger fight, that, you know. So we're in for a treat in the card opener. I do think Diego Lopez will be too much for Steve Garcia. I've been hyped on Lopez even since he lost to Evloev. I'm seeing this guy thinking, well, this is mad trim, and he's got the skill set to become a future champion. I've got this one, Diego Lopez, I think by submission or decision. Okay. There is the threat of the Garcia KO, but yes, Diego Lopez to open the card.
Of course, I agree with everything you said there, basically, because obviously I think Steve Garcia is very underrated, to be honest, or he may be being overlooked in this one. He's not a huge underdog, but I'm not seeing many people pick him. He's got a lot of power, and I think that may be his only chance in this one. Lopez has got skills, man. He's only lost to, like you say, Movsar, Volk. I don't think Garcia falls into the category of them guys, and it's just a different fight as well for a start. So Lopez has the option to take him down, get that submission, and yeah, I agree. It'll either be sub, and if you don't get it, he'll win by a dominant decision.
I still do think that Garcia will stun him at times.
Yeah, that's the thing. We've seen Lopez hurt.
Not a significant reach advantage.
He's a lot taller than him, though. Got 4 inches on him in height.
And yeah, we could possibly see that be a difficulty for Lopez because, to my knowledge, Diego hasn't fought anyone necessarily taller or with a longer reach than him. No. In the UFC, that is anyway.
Kind of thing. Ortega, but is a pretty big guy. Whether or not he's either of those, I'm not sure. But yeah, I don't think so. Not recently anyway. It's been a lot of short guys recently. So,
but I feel like when we talk fight of the nights, that is the fight that has to be in that discussion. Yes.
Unless it ends ASAP, unless it ends real quick.
That's got to be.
It's going to be action. Definitely. And then moving on to the next one, we have got Bo Nickel versus Kyle Daukaus. Now, Kyle Daukaus isn't really someone many people expected to be on the card. He might have been a bit of a surprise to a lot of us.
Just to put in before you do your pick, have you seen like an interview with Daukaus saying like 2 days before he'd accepted a fight against, I can't remember who it was, but there's a clip out
there. Oh, really? I'll try and find it and put it in here.
Because I signed the Luque fight like a day or two before that. he answers the phone. He's like, "Yo, Hunter Campbell wants to talk to you." And I'm like, "This is either bad or good." So I don't really know where we're going from here. So we get on a three-way call. Hunter calls me. He's like, "Yo, like, nice to talk to you. I just want to let you know that we're gonna put you on the UFC White House card." And I was like, "All right, like, no problem."
That's how he came to being on the White House.
Yeah. Yeah, he said it weren't really much of an option. I have seen bits that I didn't know he had accepted a fight.
It
I've
literally
seen
like
bits of it, and he says,
like
yeah,
2 days.
Wow, that's mad. Quick turnaround to either be ranked or fight on the most historic event that they've had. But Carl Dawkins is someone who was cut obviously a few years ago, went back to the smaller promotions, and since he's been back, he's on a 2-fight win streak, both finishes, 1 KO, 1 sub, and he might cause Bo some problems. I know he wrestled in back in school. I don't know if he's quite on Bo's level. I know they fight out of the same state. They're both from Pennsylvania, so maybe he has a little bit of inside knowledge on Bo.
Possibly trained together in the past.
Maybe at points.
Maybe.
I think I'm gonna go Dorcas here. I think I'm gonna take the dog. Either by a late finish, maybe he breaks Bo. We've seen that as an option in recent fights, or decision. But I'm gonna put trust in Dorcas here, I think.
Interesting. Obviously,
Right.
Bo Nickel is a heavy favourite. I think he's like a -800,
right,
-700 favourite, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
I've also backed the underdog in this one.
Interesting.
I think GM3, I know he's not elite.
Yeah. Well,
MMA, but his jiu-jitsu and his experience is up there with the best.
For sure.
And Kyle done him in, was it 1 round?
Yeah, it was quick.
With his nickname signature, the Das. I have by round 1/round 2 submission by a Das choice.
Okay. You can set that up from a dodgy takedown, right? Bo shoots in sloppy.
Yeah, I think Bo's. We've seen he's tired.
Yeah.
I know he bounced back, but we've seen he's tired before. And how keen is he going to be to go to the ground given Kyle's submission game?
Of course.
And we know Kyle can tag him on the feet. Bo's not the most polished striker.
Of course, coming off a great knockout over Vieira, but I agree. It could cause some mental problems for Bo. You know, you don't want to put him in a position that puts you in a bad position, obviously. So yeah, it could be interesting, and we may see Bo wilt. Possibly. And then moving on, one more fight. We have the holy one, Mauricio Santos Hoofy against Michael Chandler. Michael Chandler, I guess, is someone who you may be expected to see on the card. You know, he represents America well. Don't turn down fights. He's a company man for sure. Maybe not against Hoofy though. I don't know if I expected that one. Was you surprised by that booking?
I was a bit. I had so I'm surprised Colby wasn't on the card. Now he is no longer in the UFC now.
Yep.
But I was half expecting a Chandler Colby at 170.
Yeah.
Or a Colby Bo Nickel at 185.
Yeah.
I was
both spoke about.
Yeah, I was not expecting Roofy on the card.
No, but it's a huge opportunity for Mauricio. A huge name to have on his resume. But it also poses some big problems. He's a huge favorite, Roofy. He's like maybe an 8-1 favorite. And we've seen him in positions where he can be held down, obviously against BSD. But you're coming off of a huge win, man. Not many people expected him to go out there and do what he did to Fiziev. And that maybe got a lot of people back on the hype train of Mauricio. So I think he's going to ride that hype, and I think he gets it done here. I think he maybe stops Chandler. round 2, maybe start around 3. I think it goes a little bit later. Chandler might get him at the beginning. He started strong against Paddy, but we saw him fade, and I think we maybe see the same here.
So you said that it's a huge opportunity for Rufy on this card.
Yeah.
On the flip side, it's also a huge opportunity for Michael Chandler.
Yeah.
If he goes out there and gets a big win on the White House lawn as an American, given how entertaining Chandler is, because he don't base himself off of fight IQ. It's entertainment value, and you get that with Chandler. If he gets a big win, he can then be looking at guys in the top 4, even though he might not necessarily, he shouldn't be.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think he should be ranked.
But he finds himself in them positions.
Because he's entertaining, because he sells tickets.
Yeah.
That said, I do think Rufy is going to win this fight.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Chandler's going to want to turn up to wrestle, even though he has a clear advantage there.
Of course.
He's going to want to be entertaining as always.
Yeah.
And I think that'll be to his demise. I think, as you say, Rufy, round 2, maybe early round 3. I think he's going to put the lights out. Of
course. And Chandler's going to look to make it scrappy, right? Rufy's obviously a rangy sniper, picks his shots.
Yeah.
And Chandler's going to have to make this one real messy to get inside of Rufy.
It's going to take his Rufy just to slide back a little.
Yeah.
Land the right hand. Chandler's falling on his face. Couple more.
Catch him with something. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, no personal interest in that fight at all. I can assure you of that.
Absolutely.
I'm sat on the fence there. Now we have a polarizing fight in the next one. Josh Hokit, someone who's come into the division and he's caused an absolute storm. Undefeated heavyweight, loud heavyweight, and very athletic as well. He's definitely one who'd fall under the category of new breed. Facing someone who you definitely call old breed in Derek Lewis. I heard on an interview, I don't know if it's 100% true, but they said that Josh Hokit's the smallest heavyweight and Derek Lewis is the biggest heavyweight. Maybe in terms of fat day weight, I'm not too sure. If not, there's a big difference in between them anyway. Hokit ain't a big heavyweight at all.
There's a couple guys you have to possibly think about in like Jilton Almeida possibly being a light heavyweight and Taito Ivasa.
Yeah, they're definitely either end of the spectrum regardless.
Big discrepancy in size.
And I know a lot of people are hoping Lewis lands that kill shot to finally put an end to Josh Hokit, but I don't know if I see it happening, man. I see Josh going out there, putting volume on Derek, and we've seen Derek give up before, When life gets a little too hard for Derek in there, he sometimes packs it in. He's a warrior, of course, and it's a completely different event. He ain't going to try and roll over in front of the president, so maybe he's got a little bit of different wind in him. But I'm going to go Hokit probably round 2, round 3.
So
what do you think?
I think having the president specifically pick Derek Lewis to be on this card, that is going to light that fire to go out there and get it done.
Of course.
Do I think that's going to happen? Do I hope it's going to happen? Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'd love it if Derek Lewis just sparks him out with a big bomb in round 1.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen Hokit in the Blades fight. He can get cracked and he can take a punch against these heavyweights.
Mm-hmm.
Derek Lewis has a different power.
Yeah.
Find that strike. I don't know. Derek ain't a brawler like that.
He's not. He loads up and he looks for that one strike.
Yeah.
Hokit's quick, but he also doesn't have to worry about getting caught during that one strike as much because Hokit doesn't have that kill switch that we've seen yet. Anyway, he's a heavyweight. I'm sure he does, but I think Lewis will have a little bit more time to load up on them shots.
I think, as you said, Hokit's just going to pepper him with volume.
Yeah.
I am going to pick this fight to end early.
Okay.
I think it goes under 1.5 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love it to be Lewis that gets the KO, but I think Hockett will TKO him just with pure volume on the
Get the
strikes.
better of him. Okay. Listen, like you say, it's either you see a great performance from Hokiet, he gets on the mic, he calls out Pereira, and we maybe get to see that. Obviously,
I'm
interim champion will be going for Tom, but he'll be looking at the top for sure.
gonna say you picking Pereira there.
Well, he'll be calling out Pereira. He ain't really had no beef with Cyril Gane just yet.
Not yet, but I'm sure there's time. We're gonna be
But
spending all week around each other.
stick around and find out who I'll pick in that fight. But yeah, we've only got one more to pick until then. In the third fight down from the main event, former champion Sean O'Malley takes on Canadian contender Ayman Zahabi. In what could be a really fun fight, could also maybe turn the other direction. How do you see this one going?
I've written down Sugar Masterclass.
Yeah.
I think he really puts it on Zahabi
Mm-hmm.
and massively outstrikes him in this one.
Yep.
I think it goes the majority of the fight, sort of over 1.5 rounds. I don't mind fight to start round 3, but I've got Sean O'Malley to win by late KO TKO or get it done on the points, and quite clearly as well.
Yeah. See, I think Zahabi. Well, the obvious decision going into it would probably be to dive for his legs and take him down, right? Sean, that is for the plan for Zahabi, but he doesn't do that. You know, he's fought Cheeto, he's fought Aldo. They were probably the smart decisions there. He stood there, he struck with them, and he got the better of them. I think he's probably going to fall into that same trap here. You know, he wants to be exciting. He wants to show the world that he can strike with these guys. And I think it's the falling point of a lot of fighters sometimes. They all think they're the best, right? They've all got this pride, but really, I'm sure the game plan going in won't be to strike. But as soon as that cage door closes, it goes out the window.
Gets the better of it.
Yeah, literally, the lights are there, the cameras are on, and everyone wants that moment. And like you say, I think he may walk into something. Sean's a sniper. He finds that shot when he wants to. And I think I can see him putting Zahabi away late. All points. Sean said he feels like he needs the finish here to be put back into that title picture. He don't feel like a decision's enough. So
Yeah.
maybe he tries to force that a little bit more and puts himself in trouble, if that's his thought process going into it.
Well,
But
there's a nice little sniper double there.
yeah,
Sean O'Malley, Rizio Rufi by KO.
late. You've done both half late as well.
Both fight to start round 2.
Yeah, could be a nice little bet that.
We'll have a look at it after this.
That brings us on to the co-main. Just like that, we're through 5 fights. And now we start the title. We turn the corner and we're on title road here. We've got Alex Pereira facing Cyril Gane for the interim heavyweight title fight. I know your thoughts personally on one half of this of this co-main. Would have been nice to see Tom Aspinall here defending his own title, but that's not to be. So we're fighting for a stand-in. What do you think on this one?
I think if we go into my personal thoughts on one half of the co-main, we're going to need a whole nother episode.
Right, tune in for Certiicast episode 2.
We'll save that one for now.
Right.
I will briefly say Cyril doesn't deserve to be in this position. He definitely can beat Alex. You know, he is one of the best heavyweights in the world.
Yep.
He has the speed, which I don't know if Pereira will necessarily have that speed advantage. I would assume that he has the power.
Yeah.
But it's going to be an interesting one. I do think it ends early. I do have Alex by KO in round 1, round 2 for him to become the first triple champion.
Interesting. Because I've got it going quite late. In fact, I've got it going as late as it can go. I see this fight going all the way. We've got two of the best, Alex Pereira, possibly the best kickboxing MMA fighters that we've seen. You know, Cyril Gane's got a very, very elite kickboxing skills, and we're not sure how Alex's speed, his power is going to translate to heavyweight. Will he be a lot slower? Will he be a lot more powerful? You know, Alex is always described as this, like he has this kill shot. He can switch anyone off. Only 3 of his 12 UFC fights have ended in the first round, which quite surprised me actually. He's had a few round 2, but he's had a few go quite late. Obviously, a few gone to points. But like Khalil was round 4. Izzy stopped in the 5th.
Yeah, was a decision.
Both of them obviously lighter weight fights. So, like you say, maybe he's got that heavyweight power now. But Gane's been hit by some heavy hitters. And we've never really seen him in major trouble. You know, Ty cracked him, but I don't think he was ever really in danger of being stopped. So I think it could be a very technical kickboxing fight, is the point I'm making in saying all of that waffle. But or Gane goes out there and tries to wrestle. But it's not really something that many people have been successful with. You know, Jan tried it, couldn't hold him down for too long. Ank had 12 takedowns stopped against Alex in their first fight. So I think I see Alex closing out a decision. He's going to out kickbox him. And it's going to be a really technical fight.
Well, when you talk about the grappling, Alex, people think because he's this elite kickboxer that he hasn't been training and competing in jiu-jitsu for over 10 years.
Yeah.
He's a legitimate black belt in jiu-jitsu. And we've seen Gane isn't the best on the ground. I will sprinkle on the betting Alex by submission.
Yeah.
That is a sprinkle.
Yeah, I haven't actually checked the odds on that.
Got to be like 20.
20 to 1. 20 to 1, there you go. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. I think it's like 6 to 1 for points. Which is our, I think, Alex points is my prediction. I'm not sure if I actually said that. But
you did.
Yeah, I think he gets it over the line. And then,
so with the wrestling, do you think Cyril Gane has an advantage?
Well, yeah. But back onto that point, obviously training with Glover for years, like jiu-jitsu is one thing. It's that sort of middle bit of, will he get held on the fence? Obviously, I guess Ank had success there. A lot of that fight was held on the fence, and just them crappy little periods that just lose you the rounds, you know. But Alex has shown he can get up. Anytime he's gone down, he's got up pretty much. So I don't think there's a huge advantage there. I don't think that he's going to be massively heavier than Alex. I think he usually weighs in around 245, 250, Cyril. So he'll probably have 10, 15 pounds on him. I think maybe he aims to come in a little bit heavier here. Maybe that's a bad thing because he is a light on his feet type heavyweight. You know, he don't come in at that limit and rely on his punching power. He moves about. He's like a middleweight. So it's a really interesting fight, man. It's probably the one fight on this card I'm proper 50-50 on, because I have been to and fro in the whole time.
I mean, the money line's been 50-50 the whole time.
That's what I mean, yeah. And it is a perfect pick 'em now, I think. So
both 10 to 11.
It's just how Alex translates at heavyweight. Does he lose that speed? That's what I'm interested to see. The main event, the main attraction. You know, we're talking about one future GOAT. We're going on to another future GOAT. Ilia Topuria versus Justin Gaethje for the UFC lightweight title. I'll let you start here. What do you think?
So I think Ilia, however he came to win. Did you see it where him and his team, they sit together, pretend to be Gaethje.
Yes.
To game plan how Gaethje would fight Ilia and exploit Ilia's weaknesses.
And then build from there.
Yes, and then creates a game plan.
Yeah.
It's just so high IQ and it's worked every time to this day. Again, people talk about Ilya as the best boxer in the UFC. Pound for pound, boxing, hands, power. They forget he's a grappler by trade.
Literally got that written down word for word, by the way. Literally word for word.
They forget.
Yeah.
That's
he come in here as a submission artist.
He was tapping guys out left, right, centre in the regional scene.
Yeah.
And somehow he's just got this crazy power now. It's scary. And he's proven he can do it 4 or 5 rounds against hard hitters in Josh Emmett, and even 10-7'd him. So I don't see where Gaethje wins this fight.
Yeah. It is hard to give him a chance.
I'm picking Ilya finish from round 2 to 4, somewhere in the middle-ish of the fight.
Yeah? You don't think he gets it done round 1?
I wouldn't be surprised. But
now that Gaethje's made it personal as well.
I don't think
it pissed him off a little bit.
I think somewhere in the mid of the fight, like say round 2, round 3, round 4.
Yeah.
However, Ilya decides to win.
Yeah.
Probably by knockout.
Yeah. Yeah, I do struggle to see Ilya going out there and diving for his legs. And as much as people talk about Gaethje having like this knockout power, I feel like a lot of the time it's kind of a little bit of volume as well. It's rarely one hit ends the fight for Gaethje. You know, he beats you up badly and then gets the finish, and he doesn't beat Ilya up here. You know, he's going to be way too quick for him. And yeah, I don't see Ilya going out there diving for his legs. It's going to be a standing fight, and if Gaethje tries walk into the fire, I fear he's going to get burnt pretty quickly. Ilya reckons he gets it done in 2 minutes. You know, respect's out the window now, and I believe him. I didn't want to believe him when it was Charles. You know, he said the same thing, and he delivered. Mystic Ilya. So I'm gonna take his word for it this time.
I mean, this dates back as well. I didn't agree that Gaethje was fighting for a belt.
Yeah, there is that. But it's like, you know, you get 6th place in a championship final and they go through and win it. So it's like, you know, he was there, got put in that position. Shout out, you know, I thought I'd give you a little one there. I don't really know how it worked out that way. Whether the UFC thought they owed him something. And he ultimately got him in a position he wanted to be in.
He should have had at least a point deducted in the Paddy fight as well.
Yeah, there is that. So there is that, the eye pokes. But hey, we're here now.
We're here.
So whether it comes back to bite him in the arse or whether he gets it over the line by some lucky decisions, I don't know. But I don't really see it. I struggle to see it.
Do you think it's one of them where Gaethje gets sparked and that's the last of Gaethje?
I think win or lose is the last we see of Justin Gaethje. And I feel like he's made that pretty clear. 1 million trillion % if he wins, he puts the belt down and walks off, I think. Okay, it's the wise thing to do.
I haven't seen or heard him say that.
No, well, not necessarily in the build up to this, but I feel like going off of his last fight and stuff, he was quite loud about that.
I know he was saying, if I don't get the title fight, I'll retire.
Yeah, there was that. He said this is the last run, the last few fights, and you've got to, you've got to take that into account. Is he too fixated on that? Does that give him the extra drive? There's so many 50-50 scenarios. Like, it's whatever way you look at these things, isn't it?
I think win, lose or draw, Gaethje could still fight for the BMF belt in his retirement bout.
Yeah, he's always got that option, of course.
Even if it's in 18 months' time on MSG next year, you know.
Yeah, just give him that time, yeah. But at the same time, I've already seen Charles finish him in the first round once. Or second round. First round. First rounded him, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, it was the first.
Yeah. I don't need to see that again.
Was that when Charles won the belt?
Yeah, that was the night he did that, yeah.
Big up Jason.
That was the night he fucking robbed for the belt, actually, furthermore. So yeah, I don't think I want to see that again. I don't think Gaethje's parents need to see that again. Bless him. But that is the White House UFC Freedom 250 7-fight card. Bangers top to bottom. We start with a heater. We end with a heater. I'm gonna be awake for it, man. One way or another, we're gonna be up for it over here.
So, who are your two? Oh, we'll give one each. Performance of the night winner.
Yes.
And fight of the night pick.
Fight of the night. I think.
I'll let you take the performance of the night first, and then I'll pick someone different.
Yeah. Yeah. Go on. We do performance of the night. Then I think. So I'm gonna go for someone who I think is gonna win clearly. They're gonna win well. But I'm not gonna go Ilya because he's such a heavy favorite. It's kind of expected. You know, you don't need the money. I'm gonna go someone else. I'm gonna say Josh Hokett. Josh Hokett's gonna get performance of the night. He's gonna go out there. He's gonna beat up Derek for a round, and then he's gonna finish him.
So that's. I thought you was gonna take Ilya.
Right.
And then I was gonna go regrettably. I'm Hokett.
Oh no way.
Ilya.
Ilya. There you go. Then just take him. Yeah. And that's it. Mic drop. Boom.
Fight of the night. I'm gonna go early on the card.
Yeah.
Rufy Chandler.
Oh yeah. Interesting. For what reason?
They just can make an entertaining fight.
Just because it's Chandler. Yeah.
I seen something earlier. I think is it Gaethje and Chandler have more performance bonuses than UFC fights.
Yeah. Wow.
That's through getting that many fight of the nights, and in a couple of the fight nights also
performances. Yeah. Wow. That's an interesting stat, bloody hell. But you see, I feel like a good route to victory for Rufy would be similar to how, Lerone fought Josh Emmett. Keep it on the back foot, keep it at the end of your jab. But that's just not that way that Rufy looks for the knockout. Lerone is happy to not to just randomly throw shade at Lerone, but
don't allow that type of fight where he just
of course. Yeah, he's gonna be in your face the whole time. And Rufy, yeah, I don't hate it. I'm gonna go early as well, and I'm gonna say the first fight of the night. I think we open with an absolute heater. Diego Lopez, Steve Garcia. That's my pick for fight of the night. It's gonna be a war, no matter who wins that one.
Come back and review it.
That's it. Yes, we'll have to. Come back and make sure we weren't horrendously wrong. Thank you for tuning in. That was episode 1 of the Certiicast. We'll be back soon with plenty more. Thank you, Outlet, for jumping on.
Thanks for having me.
That's it. We look forward to the wicked card this weekend. And see you soon.